This is the unboxing video for the SimCraft Tilton 3-pedal set. My name is Chris Lanini. I currently drive for Loud Pedal Motorsports in the Lionheart Racing Series. And my sponsor this year is SimCraft. They've been kind enough to send me a 3-pedal set in the box that you see here. Just to start off, the box was boxed up in another box when it was shipped, and it was very well padded. As you can see, they get some really thick foam for that. So first off, let's open up the box and we'll go from there. First of all, it comes with a list of the items that will be included. Can be seen here. I'm also going to be doing a write-up version of this video, not a transcript but an actual written review, and I will post a picture of this list as well as pictures of all of the items that are included in this box, so you'll be able to find that as well. I'll have a link for it. So another thick piece of foam padding. This whole thing is just really well padded. I like that quite a bit. And first of all, primarily you get goodies, and also a USB that has apparently a lot of setup information, documentation, stuff like that. So the pedals themselves are actually made by a company called Tilton, from what I've been able to gather, and they're actual racing pedals. So they took that and they turned it into a pedal set, which I think is really cool. So in this you get a Tilton sticker, as well as, let's get this opened. That's the USB. It's just a USB. So I'll set that aside. You'll also get a SimCraft patch, really nice patch here, as well as a SimCraft sticker. So that's nice. And again, like I said, I will have pictures of all this stuff up on something or other once I figure that out. So now another piece of foam, and we get to the core of the system. Looks like the pedals themselves. So they're surrounded, as you can probably see, just tilt it up for the camera. They're surrounded by egg crate foam, as well as they have a thinner but not ridiculously thin piece of foam surrounding them. So everything's really well packed. It looks like the majority of the system is already put together. Let's wiggle these out of here. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, this whole thing is heavy. I think the whole box and everything all together, the shipping weight was something in the area of 29 pounds or so. So yeah, this is a very durable, well-built set. And it's well padded, like I said, so you don't have any issues while you're shipping them. So this is what I would assume is the core of the set. It's the pedals, the clutch, brake, and gas. It looks like there's a ton of available adjustment. That was one of the things I was reading about this set, is that it has just a ton of adjustment, a ton of options to change the way that the brake, especially the brake, the way that the play of the brake and all of that. So let's get these up a little bit more, and there, and there. All right, I'm going to set that aside for now, and we will move on with the unboxing. A very thick piece of double egg crate, looks like, if you take it apart like that, is what the pedals rest on. That's really cool. Really nice. I mean, probably punch somebody when they had this on. They wouldn't be able to feel it. Alright. Looks like we have some mounting brackets. Go over that. And a goodie bag, which I will go over in detail in just a moment. Get the other. Actually, it looks like some more padding. There might be a base plate down there, but let's get through that goodie bag first, and then we'll move to the base plate. Alright. So, it looks like there's a lot of, like I said previously, it looks like there's a lot of customization options available, and it looks like they very much send it with plenty of gear to be able to do those customizations. Okay. It looks like there's multiple springs pedal options for the clutch. That looks like this pedal specifically looks like it may be an extra clutch pedal or option for that. It looks like there's some friction material here that you can put on the pedals so that your feet don't slide off, and looks like there's an entirely different cylinder. It looked like on the what was included. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like there's some spare springs, heavier cylinders. Looks like with this system they have in place an option to have two entirely different styles of braking. Basically, the shorter one, I forget which one is which, to be honest, but I know, and I'll figure that out in the setup phase. You'll see that in later videos, but basically it allows you to, the different equipment, as you would see in like this, allows you to change it up so you can change it from the braking style of maybe an open wheel car to that of a more sports car type handling of the brake. I don't know exactly how a stock car would set in there, but I assume it'd be closer to the sports car style braking more than an open wheel car specifically. But let's open this bag up first and take a look at it, and I'll set these aside. Yeah, it looks like there's extra springs just everywhere, as well, both the springs. I'm sure this also has to do with maybe has to do with the clutch and the gas as well. So, yep, looks like the unboxing we have the entire, here's the second cylinder itself. This one's much longer. I'd say putting it up next to, here, let me set that stuff on there for a moment. So if you look at the default one that's installed, and then you compare it, let's say, to this one now, you're looking at twice as long. So I'm guessing with the farther play, I'm assuming that would mean farther play in the pedal, so it'd be a softer pedal, something you'd find in maybe a stock car, but specifically a sports car. So that's likely what that is for. So we'll move on from there. Here's this other pedal. Looks like it would fit the clutch pedal, so, or maybe even for a smaller brake pedal, because it looks like the bolts seem to line up correctly for that. And there's the friction material. I don't want to take it out because I don't want to have to put it back in. And here's a long bushing of some sort, squishy rubber bushing. Not quite sure what that's for, but like I said, there will be a setup video, so of some sort, a setup recap, something like that. So I'll cover that in a later video. More specifically what those things are for. So let's get this stuff back in so I don't lose it like I'm prone to do. Set that aside. I would assume that this piece is part of the bracketing. I haven't really gotten into how to set up the bracketing. I know that this one comes with a base plate of sorts that the two pedal one might not come with. So we'll see as we go forward. This bag just looks like a bunch of bolts and bushings, washers, nuts, all that kind of stuff. So that will be gotten into in more detail in later videos, but that's really the contents of that bag. This looks like it's I would assume, yeah, it looks like it's a 10-foot USB cable. So probably what you connect it to the computer with. It's nice. It will be nice because it'll be nice to have a standalone pedal set, because over the years I've only really had a pedal set that will connect to the wheel itself. And when you have that, if that connection to the wheel itself breaks, it can be extremely hard to find that cable. You can't just go out and buy a new USB cable. This looks like USB-A to USB normal. I always forget the exact definitions of USB cables, but that's what this one looks like. It looks like something you could get at a store possibly. I know with my T500 RS pedals that I had, the part that connected the pedals to the wheel itself was almost a phone style jack plug, but a specific one that you need a special tool for, so that became a problem over the years. Whoops. I forgot to put away the cylinder. That could have been bad. Okay. I don't know why I'm squeezing all the air out of these. Maybe I don't want my parts to go stale. Okay, moving on. Looks like they've provided some really neat stuff here. So first of all, it looks like we have a pair of black latex gloves, so you don't get a bunch of stuff all over your hands during the setup process. A wrench, 7/16 by 1/2 wrench. Yeah, so it looks like it's just two-sided. One side 7/16, the other's 1/2. So hopefully, assuming that'll be part of the setup. Looks like there's also a hex set, a really nice hex set actually. So yeah, there's a nice hex set in there, so another part of the setup and adjustment, I'd assume. And then, oh okay, it looks like they've included some Mulligraph multi-purpose grease. I'd assume that comes into play with the braking system. And all of it in general. It's good to have grease. And ooh, that smells like grease. I don't know why I smelled it. And a little can of WD-40. So yeah, it's WD-40. All right. So we'll bag this stuff back up, and we will move on to the next part, which I will assume would be a base plate of some sort. And yes. So I will be using these pedals this year in my pursuit of the Speedway Championship in the Lionheart Speedway Series, as well as the Lionheart Retro Series. So that'll be fun. The Speedway Series uses the old BW12 on ovals only, and the Retro Series uses the Lotus 79, on a variety of tracks, street tracks, ovals, road courses, everything. That thing is a beast to control, so it'll be nice to have some good pedals under me for that. But moving on to the next part. Looks like I'm going to pull all the square of egg crates out of here. And from there, we have another half foam. And yeah, a hefty base pedal. Wow, this thing is... This is the heaviest thing in the whole box. Okay, that's all that's in the box. So yeah, it looks like this is the base pedal. The base plate. Man, that thing's probably 20 pounds by itself. So I'm assuming, just tossing it out there, that it'll go together like that. Time will tell on that one whether or not I'm right, but yeah, it's a really sturdy base plate. So we'll see. Looks like you can pull this part off if you unscrew it. Not sure why, probably if you have your own setup that you're working with, but okay. Yeah, I'm assuming through here, somewhere in here, in all of these holes, we'll be able to bolt it into something. I use a custom-built plywood sim rig, actually, so it affords me a lot of customization as far as the installation of items. So it'll be fun to figure out how to get these in the sim rig correctly. In a way that'll help me out. So move that out of the way. Put this. Let's do this. Move that there. Toss that back in the box. That'll probably go there somehow. Lights and bushings. Cable. Springs and goodies. All the installation goodies, buttons and patches and everything, USB drive, and the contents. And that's what comes in the box. It's an amazing looking set. I couldn't be happier with everything. I'm very thankful for everything that SimCraft has done in sending this to me and reaching out to me after I reached out to them, and they've been very professional, and I'm very thankful for all the interactions I've had with them. So that's about it for this video. Like I said, in future videos I will be covering the setup, installation, configuration, and use of these pedals, likely including some in-game shots and some shots of them in use. So I'll post those at a later date. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.